I think would happen. Could be the title to this mini-series.
Yeah. Yeah, this one started on the piano, and then you just sort of came out with the line.
Yeah, that would be, if every song could be as easy as that, that'd be lovely. I remember just sitting down on the stairs and singing the vocal and the lyrics in one, and I wish it was always that easy, but this one just sort of appeared.
This one is Monks of Lindisfarne, which was the first single that we dropped actually. And it's a Peep Show reference.
It's a Peep Show reference, yeah. Big props to anyone that can find it in the song. And beyond Peep Show, this song is about the inadequacy of language to kind of capture what you mean, and how often it fails and you fumble and say the wrong thing.
God, at this point, I'm just a disappointment machine.
So this is Disappointment Machine, which is actually the title of the album as well.
Yeah. We are the disappointment machine. The human body dumping its very unhelpful chemicals into the clean rivers of our consciousness. We were fine before all these chemicals came along, and it makes you act like morons. So that this song is kind of about that, about what an idiot I am.
You don't feel it anyway.
This is Nests, which was written in a particularly furtive day when we wrote 2.
Yeah, I think we wrote Any Raft Will Do after that.
It was a sort of synth-heavy day, lots of electronics going on that, but these 2 records.
Yeah, because generally there's a lot of piano on the record, but this time it was very electronic and minimal. And I remember quite enjoying the lyrics referencing nests of tubes and wires and the electronica of the instrumentation meshing well together. This is Any Raft Will Do. I loved making this one because it was so quick. It was literally, and the song itself is only 2 minutes long, but I think it took us about 2 minutes.
Nearly as long as the song is it took. Yeah. But we have since gone back and made sure it's worth listening to, so you should definitely listen to it.
Yeah, we do care, just to be clear. This is Time Lost.
This one we recorded on the piano downstairs. It started with that little riff, and we've recently put in a big sock of felt to just give it that sleepy tone that has sort of seeped into the album a bit all over the place. This sort of muffled piano we've created. This is Vertical, which is definitely our most energetic of the album.
Yeah, you'll be hearing it outside all the clubs come February.
No, this was a sort of guitar riff that I brought in, and then you sort of took it and ran with it into this auto-tune world.
Yeah, well, we're both massively inspired by Justin Vernon and the Bon Iver project, and he goes on these incredible flights of fancy with auto-tune at the end of songs and gets these incredibly hard-hitting outros, and finally we managed to get one.
I was not James Bond. I was never James.
This is Sleep Well Bean, which is a direct reference to the national album Sleep Well Beast, and it's a song that's got a joke in it for the first time ever.
Crazy. A joke, and also, of course, bringing it back down to reality and sadness, the fact that you reference all of these masculine role models in your life, James Bond, James Dean, but you end up coming out of life looking a bit more like Mr. Bean. This is The Older I Get, and George, you finally got to play some guitar on this.
Yes, you let me get that acoustic, and you were referencing this interview that you were watching with this old NBA player where the journalists were asking about how good he was, and he's saying, wasn't it like the older I get, the better I used to be, how he was always better in the past and in reflection than how he is now.
Yeah, which is absolutely how I feel about my life.
Spent the whole day in going nowhere.
This one is Cats, which is not about the felines. It stands for...
Chased Across the Sofa.
And it's about?
That is about sitting on a sofa, and the only thing you do that day is just watching a slit of sunlight slowly raking across the sofa, and trying to encapsulate that feeling that you've not achieved anything, and in fact, you never will achieve anything ever again.
Cheery.
Yeah.
Waiting up with wide eyes to see the garden
So
light.
this one is Scratches, a sort of narrative story about an old couple.
Yeah, for once, this actually isn't in the the narrative world of the album. This was written beforehand, and just a fictional story about a couple who have an argument. The woman goes off, and the man is left in the kitchen nervously scratching up the kitchen table with a knife, and being assured that the woman will return, but of course she never does because it's an Arliston song.
This is Stay in Brixton, which we have, and it's kind of an optimistic end to the album.
Yeah, I'd say so. At the end of quite a sad album, it is an optimistic reminder that while things seem bleak, generally, if you associate bad memories with a place, you spend enough time in that place and you can layer over other memories and other positive things, and in the end, it all gets eroded and goes back to normal.